How to use the product uploader in StoreConnect. Here I'm going to show you how to use StoreConnect's inbuilt product uploader to import products in bulk. So you start by going to the app launcher and search for the StoreConnect config app. Go into that. Then from here, drop down the menu and go to product setup. Here it gives you various options for creating new products. The one I'm going to do is import products. Here it'll show you a history of any previous imports which you've made. But to do a new import, click New Import. It'll then ask you to upload a CSV file. But to save you a lot of work, you can click to download the sample CSV file, which includes many of the necessary fields already made available for you to fill out. Once you've opened the CSV file, you'll see a basic layout of rows and columns, which will give you a starting point for adding a series of products and their variants. But you can also add more columns as needed. So for instance, in the sample file, we have the product name here, the display name, whether it's active or not, its available on date, a price book entry currency, the price itself, inclusion of the product into a product category, its position in the category, and then if it's a variant, the type of variant, the name of the variant, as well as relationship links to the master product of each variant. And finally, by pre-uploading all of your media to an online repository and including the link to the media here, you can automatically have all the media as well uploaded with the CSV file. So if I take this as a starting point, I'll then edit it to include a few products. So here's my version I've now edited, which includes 2 master products, with one of these master products having 2 variants. I've also included an additional column here for mine, which includes making the price book entries all active. So I don't need to manually do that either. And continuing this method, you can create a mass upload of up to 10,000 rows, each with their own individual price book entries and assignments to product categories, as well as being linked automatically to media. Each product row can also have a maximum of up to 26 records, which includes up to 5 separate price book entries for a single product, up to 5 assignments to different product categories, up to 5 product variants for a single master product, and up to 5 individual pieces of media per product. This allows for a maximum of 260,000 individual records to be uploaded at one time in a single CSV file. So once I'm ready, I'll then save this CSV and then go ahead and import it. So once the file is selected, you'll then be asked to map the fields. As you can see on this side, there is every column which is featured in the CSV file, and then it asks you to map this to each target Salesforce field. But for simplicity, you can click this icon and click Auto Match to allow StoreConnect to attempt to map all the fields for you from what it can recognize. In my case here, it's correctly mapped every single field, with the exception of the currency field, as my org does not have multiple currencies, so in which case this does not apply. And where you see any of these fields which have a number following it, it's showing that, for example, this price book entry is the first price book entry for the product which I've got assigned here. And there can be up to 5 individual price book entries, for example. But in this list, I've only included 1. So now that this looks good, I'm going to click Next. It's then going to ask you to double check and verify that this is correct. So for instance, the product name is going to the product 2 record in Salesforce. And the product category and variant records are going to their correct StoreConnect custom objects. So now that this looks all good, I'll click Import Data. And the status will then show completed once it's done. All right, that's now finished. So I'll click View Results. And here it now opens up the StoreConnect Files list view, where it will generate a success and error log. So if I download and open the success log, I'll now see a list of all successful imports that were made as part of this CSV. Now additionally, I'll also check the error log, and here I can see any errors which occurred during the import, such as this one, where I'd accidentally included 2 duplicate value names. So I'll now go back to my earlier CSV and correct this duplicate value. And as I can see here, it's because I had 2 product names with the exact same name. So I'll now just change this so that it is unique, and I'll run the import again. Now the cool thing here is that this process is idempotent, which means you can upload the same CSV file over and over, and it will match to existing product records if they are already there, but does not overwrite previous data, and simply include new ones which do not already exist. So now I'll just remap these fields again using Auto Match. Click Next. Import data. Wait for the import to complete. Fantastic. But now if I go to my StoreConnect navigation, open my products list view, And indeed, all of my products from the CSV have now successfully imported. So for instance, I have my binoculars product here, which is visible and purchasable on the site. It has its price book entry. It has its assigned media, which is automatically uploaded. Its available on date has already been set, and previewing it on the website, voila, here it is. Same then applies for my cargo shorts, which have the 2 variants. So I'll open up the master product. Here we can see it has its price book entry. It's visible and purchasable on the site. And under variant products, it has its 2 correct variants, the khaki and the green version. And that's it. That's the basics of using the product importer in StoreConnect.